All right, Shalom. We give our praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakodash. Double honors to my apostle, elders, great millstone of well. Peace and salvation, all that I can push in this truth without righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, Shalom. This your brother, Tazama Deborah, coming back through the spirit and power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And through the spirit, want to do a real brief lesson, kind of a news and prophecy, various topics kind of going on, what's kind of, laying back off what's in the news, laying back off what's going on here in Babylon the Great and various parts around the world, but just various things that's happening that we're seeing made manifest before us, man. How these elites and these this wicked occultist society is basically putting stuff right in your face, man. And right in your face, showing you the agendas and various things they're about to bring out, man. Just like they did in 2020, man. And that thing was, hey, they showed you through movies, and they brought it. So what more so in the times we're coming into, man? Because the days have been shortened for the elect's sake. So I'm going to jump straight into it. Opera rises that Lord willing. This lesson is edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shemal Shai. And through the spirit, I'm going to do this is a copyright disclaimer, fair use disclaimer. I'm not using this for any monetary gain. I'm using this for educational purposes only under Section 107 of the Act of 1976. Fair use disclaimer.
Already raising some concern and people questioning, wow, I wonder what's going to happen here in 2026. Well, we've looked at this in years past, and yes, this thing has had some accuracy in calling out things that are depicted. This is a magazine that the Rothschilds have been connected to since, the inception, for a long time. Even though they were recently talking about trying to sell a portion of it, they're still connected, and this magazine is made kind of for the elites, and it's their way, as I see it, to telegraph little things that are going to come, that are expected in the time ahead. Now here, I'm just going to try to dive into this whole thing kind of quickly and point out some key things that I've seen. Because again, the track record is good for them in terms of pointing out things that have come true. And you can see America front and center. Right here, the flag, it's in shackles. Not a good sign. On its birthday, 250, which happens 4th of July.
And 250 always mark the end of an empire, man. And we're cleared at the end of this man's system, man. And through the spirit, real quick, this is Luke chapter 8, verse 17. It says, "For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be made known and come abroad." And that's what you see, man. They can't hide their different agendas anymore, man. Yes, they're using a revelation of the method, predictive programming, but you got truthers and various people calling this shit out, man. Even the people amongst their little circle, they're calling it out, man. Psalm 64:8, their own tongue shall fall upon themselves. So now you're seeing a lot of these symbolism and stuff like this being called out and showing you that it's nothing but agendas and propaganda that they're going to start pushing here to come, man, to push forth their agenda of this new world order, man.
Of 2026. Now, there's a lot going on here. And you'll see plenty of robots, drones, bombs in the background, blasts, fires on the horizon, ships, and even a satellite or two. This one is shooting at a vessel. It's a weapon. And it hits a boat that looks like it's carrying containers, but they pop open and it's actually guns. And they fire a shot. Now, who's the shot going at? America. You also see the red balloons on the birthday. There's a total of 7 around the entire thing. You'll see 2 big red tanks that are kind of ominous across the entire thing. Zelensky sitting up here. Mahdi, Maloney, I do believe here. And a bunch of these robot dogs and robots all over the place. You'll see the robots again and again.
With the robot dolls, it's showing what surveillance, this Palantir, this global surveillance that they're setting up. You see already they're using some of this stuff with the ICE and things like that. They're going to be having a National Guard force here soon, starting in, I think, January 2026, man. They're going to be shutting a lot of places down. It's no coincidence why they're starting to already amp up a so-called military presence in all these major cities, man, because they want to shut shit down, because they understand that this petrodollar is crashing, and they have to usher in a reset and bring in a CBDC, a central bank digital currency. And they already know they're gonna have a lot of resistance because even with that, though, the digital identification, so it's gonna be a lot of resistance
And
going on,
some
man.
melting ice cubes and what looks to be pills all over the place. Some are going to say they could be Tic Tacs, UAPs, UFOs, all this other stuff, but they look like pills, different colors, same size, the round ones and then the oval ones, all over the place. And I'm going to come back to the center here for last. Let's look at the bottom because I'm going to point out you're looking at one big soccer ball. This is a guy down on the bottom kicking a soccer ball. So I looked up quite a few things from what I've seen in this because things stood out. You know, where's the World Cup going to be for 2026? Where's the Olympics going to be? Because I noticed I seen someone running, but then I seen fighters. And then I seen someone with like a javelin. And then I seen a skier. And I looked up the Winter Olympics, which are going to be held in February, coming up pretty quick. That's going to be in Italy for 2026. So you can see the robots again all over the place, the drones, and what I don't like more than anything are these freaking two big needles on one on each side here.
And everything that he's describing is nothing but what the men of the Lord have been warning you for. We've been warning you all the times that's about to take place, man. All the shit that's going on in America, that's been going on the last few months and the last couple of years, the men of the Lord have been warning you for the times you're coming into. But you people don't hearken to us, but you'll hearken to these truthers and things like that, which is fine. But at the end of the day, the men of the Lord have been on the highways and hedges warning you for these sudden perils and times that's about to take place here in Babylon the Great and around the world. Real quick, this is Jeremiah 28 and 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied against many countries and against great kingdoms of war, evil, and of pestilence. Is that not what he's speaking on? He's speaking on war. He's speaking on evil. He's speaking on pestilence. That's what he's speaking on, man. That's in the great kingdoms. America is a great kingdom. That's how we know you people don't understand the scriptures. Babylon the Great. Why wouldn't America be in the Bible, man? Great as America is. How America has the dominance over the world. Why wouldn't it be in the Bible? But it just show you how the mindset of the people don't understand the scriptures, man. But the men of the Lord, understand for sure the scriptures. They have a more sure word of prophecy, as the Bible says in 2 Peter 1:17 on down, man. And understand thoroughly the prophecies, man. Because why? Occupying ourselves in prophecy. Because the spirit of Yahweh Shai, the one you enter called Jesus Christ, is the spirit of prophecy, man. Let's play back. But the men of the Lord have been warning you, man.
Red wine spilled all over the place. It's war. It's a theme of war. See a guy over here, the shoulder launch missile, more tanks. It's a theme of war, attacking America on its birthday. From what
And it's gonna be more. It's gonna be wars. It's gonna be outages like what took place yesterday, which affected my job. It says Cloudflare shows internet outages aren't a matter of if but when. And this is it says a third major internet outage in a month is just another sign that the websites need a backup plan. Why are they hinting to that? Because they want to reset. They want to reset the system. They want to reset the system, just the same system they have on in China where they can surveillance who's watching what, man. Who's on TikTok watching this? Who's on Instagram watching this? Who's on YouTube and IG watching these various platforms on X and things like that? They're speaking it out against the tiny types and these agendas that they're doing, man. Why they're going to come with a social credit system. They're going to be able to monitor you with your digital identification. All this system that they're about to implement with this new global reset is going to be able to monitor you. And he's showing that in this Economist magazine cover, man. How they're coming down with full force, or full police state. They're coming down with pestilence. They're coming down with evil, bad times. They're coming down with all these various agendas that they're about to do. And they've been doing this for a long time with these Economist magazine, the Time magazine. They've been doing this for a long time. It's called Revelation of the Method. And it's called Predictive Programming. And this outage took place yesterday, man. And there's more outages to come, man. That's why we keep telling you, a lot of you Jakes, y'all don't understand the times you're living in. You say you want the Lord to come back, but you don't understand when the Lord come back, it's going to be some bad times, man. Amos chapter 5, verse 17, it says, verse 18, woe to you that desire the day of the Lord, for what end is for you? What end is for you, man? You took that ass niggas, man. What end is it for you? It's not good, because you don't have a relationship with the Lord. You've been putting the Lord on the back burner the whole time. So when this shit really hit the fan, hey, it's just, you're going to be asked out. It says the day of the Lord is darkness, not light, man. When they cut this internet, when they cut this shit off, when they cut the power off, the power grid, it's going to be bad out here, man. It's going to be bad. It's not going to be no good time like you think it is, man. It's going to be sad pearls. It says, as a man did flee from a lion and the bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. That's speaking of various allegories of things that's going to be taking place when this shit hit the fan. You're going to see martial law. You're going to see police state. You're going to see shutdowns. You're going to see civil unrest. You're going to see pestilence. You're going to see famine of food, and also the famine of the word. That's going to be bad out here. Any of those that speaking this truth, they're going to be demonized. They're going to be persecuted. So that's why we say a lot of you guys don't really fully understand what you're involved in, man. Because they're coming for those that's speaking against and that's opposing against this society, man. That's why they already come with the anti-fashion. That is the broad character, the broad spectrum of characterizing everybody. When DJ Trump said that, man, because there's so much exposure going out that they have to do something soon, man. It's too much exposure going out, man. That's how we know we're clearly very, very at the end of this thing, man. It says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness, not light, even very dark with no brightness in it? And that's what's coming. When they shut this shit down, this power grid, this shit, it's going to be bad, man. It's going to be the time of Jacob's trouble. At last, that day is coming. It's even the time of Jacob's trouble. It's going to be bad. Ain't nobody ever seen what's coming. As they read in Daniel 12 chapter, 1st verse, we have not seen since we've been a nation what the Lord's about to do to this place, man. And you already seen the division. Real quick, let's play this. And it's showing you how
by a man that I fought for 6 years for. And I gave him my loyalty for free. I won my first election without his endorsement, beating 8 men in a primary. And I've never owed him anything, but I fought for him for the policies and for America first. And he called me a traitor for standing with these women and refusing to take my name off the discharge petition. Let me tell you what a traitor is. A traitor is an American that serves foreign countries and themselves. A patriot is an American that serves the United States of America and Americans like the women standing behind me.
And this is just showing you the division amongst these Edomites, man. Because when people like her, Marjorie Greene, they're speaking out all the exposure with the Epstein files with DJ Trump, man. And they showing you that he's not making America great. He's actually doing the bidding of the tiny tops, which now they coming with their own campaign, America First versus MAGA, which they're divided amongst themselves, man. That's just showing you the prophecy speaks for itself. Isaiah 19, 2nd chapter, the Egyptians versus Egyptians. That's the times we're coming into, man. It's division on all sides. That's why the Lord said, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I say nay, rather division. And he's bringing division amongst these Edomites, man. Because you got to think these tiny tops and these so-called maggers, these American Edomites, they're the same damn thing. They're Edomites, man. Just the tiny tops are the chief house of Edom, they're Amalek.
I want to tell you that this only became possible today because the American people, whom we serve as representatives here in Congress, demanded that this vote happen, and they put more pressure on every single elected politician in this city than has ever been put on them. And today you are going to see probably a unanimous vote in the House to release the Epstein files, but the real fight will happen after that. While I want to see every single name released.
And that's just them stirring up more division. That's all, man. That's all. They're just stirring up more division, which is gonna lead to turmoil and chaos. This second Ezra chapter 15 verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction drive nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hand, and that's a civil unrest, sedition. That's what's coming, man. You think they said when they set up January 6th, you think that little bullshit? Nah, it's gonna be worse than that. When they really start coming for these goddamn politicians and shit, like DJ Trump and shit, it's gonna be bad, man. They gonna take matters in their own hand. Because they saying they've been played. These farmers and shit, they've been played. This administration been playing them the whole time, man. They ain't been benefiting anything about America. They've been benefiting them tiny tops. It says, for there shall be sedition among men invading one another. They shall not regard their kings or princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So they don't give a damn about Trump. They want to expose what's going on behind the scenes. So much exposure with Trump and Bill Clinton, all this nasty work that's going out. They want more exposure, man. And it's only going to continue to get worse here in the times of drawing closer to the Lord, man. And it's beautiful. And it says that man should desire to go in the city, should not be able. Why? Because what are they doing? They're setting up a police state. They set up a police state with the Palantir and global surveillance, man. That's why they got the boots on the ground. It says, because the pride of the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And you seeing that. A lot of people are afraid. They understanding that America is not being made again. They saying that this place is literally on its way out. This is why you're seeing people crying out. This is why you see people upset. The doors of the streets is the grinding is ceased. The doors are being shut in the street. No, it's more people that without jobs than there are jobs, man. And it's only gonna continue to get worse, man. It's not getting better. I'm gonna finish this video out.
I can see America getting put in shackles. Looks like a global police state. Minus these little dudes on like a Hebrew boat over here, like doing some kind of ritual. Let's go to the center because this is the biggest thing.
Yeah, what he said, a Hebrew boat. And it's funny because what's going on? The words of Yahweh Shem Shah, the true Hebrew Israelites, have reached the four corners of the earth, man. And now you're seeing the income. And that's spiritual, man.
It's the most ominous. It is Trump pointing at X marks the spot. And it's an X over a graph. And this signifies to me with the money, the economy is going down, as it shows on the graph, and the swords are on top of it. He's pointing at it. Trump is on record saying he was sent to reset this whole thing, and they're about to do it. And I've told you, by April or May of 2026, they're going to put a new guy into the Federal Reserve to replace Powell. And they're all about pushing this Mar-a-Lago Accord, which is all about rolling out a reset of everything for everyone that's been sleeping on it.
Which is going to lead to the fall of this man's system real quick. This is Isaiah 46 and 1. Isaiah 47:1. Come and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Virgin daughter of Babylon represents America. Because what are you saying? The dust represents what? It says, come and sit in the dust. The dust represents confusion. And it says, oh, virgin daughter of Babylon, there is no throne. And you're seeing America's being dethroned, man. Everybody's separating and isolating themselves from America, man. It says, oh, daughter of the Chaldeans, because why? They're taking part of the Chaldeans, which is the witches and warlocks in Babylon. He said, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. And nobody's looking at America as this holy beacon place. Because why? Everybody's going to shoot missiles on this place, man. Everybody's going to start to invade this land. And that's what's coming, man. That's what's coming. You're seeing the fall of this man's system, which is beautiful, man. Beautiful.
So now they're showing you their telegraphing and their sigil magic here on the cover of their elite magazine, because commoners don't really read this or look at this. It's made for the elites. It always has been. Okay? But you can see Putin, Xi Jinping, Netanyahu here, and Trump all surrounding this event. And again, this is the biggest thing to me. It is signifying an economic collapse. Look at Japan, Germany, France right now. Look at the money going down. Look at the gavel. Judgment. And a tattered dollar sign below it. Oh yeah. There is economic doom coming, forecasted off this cover. That's for sure. War all over the place, accelerated. And you can see Zelensky sitting over here by himself and all this. Yeah, man. I see war and economic downfall and potentially an attack on America on its birthday.
And is that not what we've been saying? America's about to reach that 250-year mark, where that is what the end of an age, man. And we're in this beautiful, because Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of their follower. And as you read in Sirach, the 10th chapter, you're seeing the gradual shift, the transition of power through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai.